Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today, it's a Monday morning and I want to give you guys 5 business ideas just to think about, okay? Now, some of these ideas might already exist in the world and there's people doing it. I'm not saying that these are all brand new ideas that are untapped. They might already exist, but I do think that if you have the right founding team, all the right things going on, you're raising money, doing the marketing, you can do a lot of damage with these 5 business ideas. Some of them are from me, some of them are from friends. I'm not going to do a whole dissection because no one likes that. I'm gonna make it quick, straight to the point. So let's get into it right now with business idea number 1. Let's go. All right, before we actually start, these ideas are coming from a few places. Rather, Google Docs, a Discord server that me and Anthony share and just talk about all kinds of cool ideas, or a new website that I've been using called Kernel. Check it out because it's pretty cool. It's all linked below. So the first business idea is actually from Kernel and it's from someone on there named Sean Puri. I'm not sure if you guys know him, but he's quite a G, and as you can see here, he was a senior director at Twitch and a former CEO of Bebo, which sold to Twitch. That's why he's there. Anyways, to the idea. Every e-commerce store wants to sell more. Of course, let's say you have an average profit of $20 per sale. Fairly average. What if you could have a person on live video demoing products all day to help convert more sales? The video salesperson will only cost $10 to $15 per hour, and so even just one extra single sale would cover their overhead. I'm thinking a tiny widget in the corner of the screen, just like how live chat help works today, but with video, so you could see demo products instead. Now, I like this idea for a few main reasons. Number 1, the state of e-commerce and the state of commerce is changing, and people like Sean have also talked about this before, but I've even thought about it myself too. I've actually sat down and thought, damn, what is the future like? Are people going to go up to an Amazon speaker and say, hey Alexa, order me toothpaste? Or are they going to say, hey Google, order me toothpaste? Or are they going to go into stores again and have these like robots serve them all these cool products? I don't know. I think that it's staying at e-commerce and it just has to be more personal. The days of just going to a website and buying could slowly be ending, and users, especially for D2C brands, want to feel more included, and there's more on that later with my other idea. But with this idea, it makes complete sense. Now, if you sell a t-shirt, this can work because, t-shirts fit differently. Some have long sleeve, short sleeve, like there's different kinds of builds. I've seen that before. So if you're shopping online for a shirt or jeans or shoes, you can now see someone with your exact same shirt size or shoe size wearing it before you buy. Great, that's apparel. If you sell a standing desk, for example, if something very complex to assemble, like a standing desk or an office chair or whatever, again, same thing works. You can see how the assembly looks. You can see it in like actual homes before you buy it. There's endless ideas there. So this is the first idea. And by the way, I pretty much do this by myself every single day. So if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe here and follow me on my Twitter. It's all linked below. You won't regret it. Video idea number 2 is from me. It's called Safecart. Now, I have no numbers, but I can imagine that the average person in the USA or Canada wastes about $1,000 a year on groceries that they buy, but never end up eating, and they just throw it out because of expiry. When we're shopping, we feel the need to justify how productive the trip is, and for most people, the productive grocery shopping trip means that adding in tons of items to their cart, so they feel like they're being useful with their time and not just grabbing a thing or two, because you can do that at the corner store. Makes sense, right? So Safecart works easily. You scan your grocery bills for a certain period of time. So say, for example, in February, you went shopping 5 times, you have 5 receipts, great, you scan them. Every time you go shopping, the mobile app that you scan them on will tell you how much you should buy of each item if needed. Perhaps extreme users can keep track of the food they eat from the grocery store, almost like a inventory on Shopify, LOL. This way, you go into the store with a data-driven plan on what you're going to buy, and don't end up buying stuff that you never actually eat or keep in the freezer for just 6 months and then throw out. So this is good for the grocery stores because Whole Foods and all them, they damn well know people waste money on groceries. I wouldn't believe if they said they didn't actually think that. So although AOV might drop a little bit, at least people actually use 100% of the stuff they buy, so retention is higher. That's great. And it's good for the consumer because they save money. Instacart exists, but I still think people are going to go into grocery stores for quite a while. So you may as well make that experience more pleasant. And although there's already stuff doing that, I don't think this exact idea actually exists. And ask yourself, have you ever bought food thinking that you're going to do some huge dinner or some huge meal plan and you forget about it and like you kind of just throw it out or eat it later on? You wasted that money. Although you may only wasted $12, it still sucks. It adds up over time. You're doing no one a favor. So Safecart can fix that. That's idea number 2. Let's keep going. Number 3. Now, I like this one a lot. It's also from Kernel, from Alexis Grant, and she says deals. So it's called theygotakquired.com, Wikipedia of 6, 7, and 8-figure online acquisitions. I'm already hooked. I saw the headline and instantly I upvoted it. So on Kernel, you can actually upvote ideas. Like if you're a VC, you can say, oh, I'd invest in this. Or if you're a founder, you can say, oh, I'd help build this or I'd help use this, etc. So I upvoted that. I would definitely help build that. And she said, deals in this range don't get much coverage because they're not necessarily sexy / VC backed, and because there's often not much info that's publicly released. Very true, it's hard. And whenever I find a report, I dissect it and I have so much fun. I want more of it. I want 10x more. It's like porn, but for business. It's just so awesome. So she would hire reporters for this and do a combination of original reporting and aggregation. It would be a resource for anyone who's keen to follow these developments in the online space and helpful for founders who are ready to sell. As someone who has sold one business in the midst of selling a second, there's just not that much information that's easy to find for comparisons. Now, in the comments of this thread, and just what first came to mind for me was MicroAcquire for this. It's run by someone on Twitter I know named Andrew, really cool guy, really great business, and every single day I wake up and check my inbox, and there's an email from MicroAcquire showing me all kinds of new SaaS startups and e-commerce startups for sale. That's cool, but this doesn't go the full 9 yards like this would, so stay with me here. It's a good time for a resource like this with the creator economy and passion economy taking off. While I wouldn't limit it to these type of businesses, I'd put extra effort into covering bootstrapped and women-led businesses. Very true. Body positivity, women founders, Bumble, that's great. I'd also push us to write about acquisitions outside ones that are talked about in Twitter or echo chamber. I ran a poll on Twitter, read best name for the site, and got some helpful feedback. Takeaway was that any of these names will work. I'm not going to view that because who cares about the name, but it's just simply an innovation book. Like, you can just go in there and see. It's almost like TechCrunch, but there's no TechCrunch. It's just for any level of 6 to 8 figure business, almost like Housely business. Like, I love it. So that's idea number 3. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know. Do you like reading about acquisitions and stuff? I do. I love it. And if this already exists, drop a link. You will get tons of thumbs up. 2 more. Stick with me here. Now, you might start chuckling with this one. Business to business software that is strictly voice. Let's face it, Slack pings and email threads only go so far. When you really need someone, you call them. And so this wouldn't really be sold to D2C or B2C. It has to be B2B with enterprise software. That's the way to go for this. When they don't pick up, it's annoying. Screw voicemail. If everyone can be in one big room, almost like Clubhouse, you can ping them when you need to hear from them and speak via voice right away. Amazing. So it's literally TLDR. It's just like Clubhouse, but for work. No video, just voice. Newsflash, this exists. Just recently, Slack actually rolled this out. I forget what it's called. It's called Slack Huddles. That's pretty interesting. It's called Slack Huddles. And they pretty much copied it. So now you can actually go into Slack and be in the room with your employees, your whatever team you're on, and talk to them. No video, I think it's just voice, just like Clubhouse. And this is going on. It's a pretty big deal. I've also seen Twitter do it. I'm not sure if it's part of Twitter Blue, but a similar idea is going on. That's obviously not B2B, but I'm just trying to throw ideas out there. This would work. This would 100% work, and it's going to work for Slack. It's going to help them boost whatever they're looking to boost with that. Last one here, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on because I love it so much. In case you barely know me, which is like 99% of you guys who are watching this video, or girls, I like everything startups, D2C e-commerce, crypto, DeFi. I like all that stuff a ton. I don't know if DeFi is here to stay. That's kind of very up in the air right now, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are here to stay. More and more stuff is going to be built on top of Ethereum and something else, maybe like Cardano. I'm not too sure which one, but Ethereum is here to stay, and this gave me a few ideas. One of them is this one right here. So there are tons of rewards programs, such as small rewards, for Shopify merchants like you and I to use to incentivize their customers to interact more with their brand. For example, you make a purchase, you get 50 Gymshark points. You follow the Instagram, you get 10 points, etc. And these points do have value, but only in one form usually, store credit. And although that's great if you're very valuable to Gymshark and you like buying from them, you now have more money for your next purchase, great, that's awesome. But why can't we take that further? You know, more and more enhancements are being made. Why can't we take it one step further? Well, you can now enter NFTs, enter smart contracts. A customer makes a purchase and earns 50 Gymshark coin to their wallet. This is all recorded on chain and gives customers access to future Gymshark events, early access to new drops, networking events with the actual Gymshark athletes. Who does not want to meet those people? And best of all, it can be sold to someone else in a year from now after the brand of Gymshark has grown stronger, thus meeting appreciation in its brand's coin. All right, so are you with me here? This can be used for Gymshark. This can be used for Uber, for example. Uber drivers, they do 10 rides in their week. They get 10 Uber coin. They can use that to liquidate. They can hold on to it and then sell it on exchange. I don't know where, like Nifty Gateway or OpenSea or whatever, but as long as it's on chain, there's that smart contract, no one's taking it from you, and then you can then profit off of it. Why would you want to sell it? Well, number one, it's going to appreciate. Number two, someone else who might want to be buying Gymshark and also see those athletes just views that as valuable. There's actual value in that. All the athletes, all the drops, like people are that crazy about it, they would pay you for that. This is true. People are paying other people all kinds of crazy money for Nyan Cat GIFs, and there's Beeple, and there's all this stuff. This would work too. It's going to work in 25 years or 5 years or 50 years, but this is going to work. Bottom line, it's pretty much VFriends, Gary V's project, but for all D2C brands, and we need to normalize this pretty soon because it's going to be a huge step. How hard would it be? I have no idea. Gary Vee's accounting team is going through a lot. If you have no idea how NFTs work, first action steps after liking this video is going to Gary Vee's podcast, the Gary Vee Daily Podcast, whatever he has, and watching his recent videos about NFTs. He talks a lot about his project, what it actually does, how it works, what it means, what people that actually invest in it get. It's very similar to this idea. That's where to start for that. But I do see this one being the biggest one that I like so much. This is really cool. So if any of these 5 ideas sparked your brain, give you an idea, you wrote something down in a notepad, like this video, subscribe, make sure you find me on Twitter, and that's pretty much the ending of this video. Maybe I'll do this again in another month from now or whatever. Kind of quick, straight to the point. 5 ideas for your brain. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm gonna head out. Peace.